What to do when you get outbid on a property. That's the topic of today's show. But before we jump into actually a live listener question, if you have not been to our website, check out nolimitsrealestaiteinvesting.com/script. And there I've got an awesome gift for you. If you've ever wondered what to say to a motivated seller and how to lock up a wholesale deal and didn't know what to say and how to say it in the order and the tonality, hey, this is my gift to you, the exact word for word script. So go to nolimitsrealestaiteinvesting.com/script, and you'll get the same exact script we've used to lock up over 1,300 deals in my company. So today we're actually going to play a question on what to do if you're getting outbid on a property. So let's go ahead and listen to it.
Hey, Todd, this is John. So my question right now, Todd, is I've kind of hit a wall. The last deal I closed was in January. I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth market, and it seems like every time I make an offer on a property, man, I'm always getting outbid by another competitor. So I kind of hit this brick wall where it kind of feels like quicksand, like on my marketing, everything that I'm doing, it just feels like it's not working for me. And it's kind of giving me that doubt, like, man, how do I get back on track to where I was, doing a deal or two a month and building from there?
Man, first of all, thank you so much for that question. A lot of transparency, a lot of emotion, a lot of pain, but I tell you what, that's what's going to give you growth. Well, first of all, let me tell you, you're not crazy, right? I have dealt with this before in business where all of a sudden you're like, hey, this is not working like it was supposed to, right? Or there's too many competitors, or we're not getting deals, and maybe your checking account is running low, and I get it, right? That's when that fear and that doubt creeps in. But let me tell you, I always have a reality check with myself, and as I've gotten more mature in business and focus on my habits 90 days in advance, hint, hint, this is what's coming, I've seen that this happens less and less and less, and my income goes up every month after month after month, and the peaks and valleys really, really, really start to level out. So let me give you some tips so that you can avoid that in the future, right? The first thing that you have to do is get really honest with yourself, right? How many deals are you actually getting outbid on, right? Because sometimes I sometimes I see that if my team is complaining, oh, we're getting outbid on everything, and I'll say, well, okay, well, how many deals did you actually get outbid on? And they're like, well, 2. And I'm like, well, in what time frame? They're like, 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay, well, what about the other 70 hours and the 10 other sellers you talked to were met with those other 2 weeks? Well, let's talk about those sellers. So you want to eliminate the drama and get into the data. And I love to keep track, right? How many people did I talk to? How many offers did I make? How many appointments did I go on? And what was the result? Because you really want to start to diagnose those problems, right? And not catastrophize every little roadblock. Now, the good news is that your competition sucks, right? And so they're going to hit a roadblock and they're going to crash and burn and feel sorry for themselves. And they don't listen to this podcast like you. And so you could be steady Eddie and your business is going to grow month after month. So be really, really honest with yourself. Is it all of them? Is it some of them? Is it a few of them, right? Don't over catastrophize. All right. The next thing is, what does your marketing look like? And I'm not talking about today, because what you're doing today is actually too late to affect today's results. I've talked about this in others' podcasts, but the marketing that you do, the calls that you make, the offers that you make, the rapport that you built all start to kick in about 90 days from now. So when everyone hits a roadblock, or anyone hits a roadblock, I say, okay, tell me what you did 90 days ago. Tell me what your habits look like. And man, I could tell you that it's true for me that if you find that you don't have leads or you don't have deals, it's usually what happened 3 months ago, not today. Where people get frustrated is all of a sudden now their head goes below water. They see they're missing out on deals or they don't have enough opportunities. And now they start running as fast as they can. And the deals don't magically appear the next day. And I get it. That sucks. But it's not going to happen again. So get working, keep it moving, And 90 days from now, you are going to see that pipeline a lot thicker. We don't care about the deals that we get outbid on. As a matter of fact, if we feel like we're going to be in a frenzy with a bunch of other buyers, we don't get involved in those deals. That is really, really exhausting. I would prefer you do less, bigger deals. Okay. Some other things I'm going to ask you is, do you have a marketing calendar, right? To prevent some of this seesawing or up and down or the peaks and valleys. Are you answering your phone on time, right? If you are a solopreneur and you are taking leads, are you calling leads back the day that you get them? Hopefully within the hour, right? Or are you waiting a couple days or a week? What are the other habits that you've done in your last 90 days? The other part about this is that if I feel like our team is competing, I always say, hey, where can we offer more value, right? Where can we offer more value than our competition? So one of the things that we do is we love to focus on pre-probate properties. What are pre-probate properties? Those are properties in which sellers run into a house or inherit a house and the legal process has not kicked in yet. They have not contacted an attorney, or they've contacted an attorney and that attorney has asked them for money and they don't have the money to have the probate go through. I love those deals because we could set them up with a probate attorney and drive that process and get the deal done without the seller paying up front. My other way that I really like to focus on deals is seller holdbacks, post-occupancy agreements, where we buy the house from a seller and they could stay, 30, 60, 90 days after closing. Man, a lot of our competition doesn't do that. They're scared to do that. They don't have the resources to do that. And really, they're not really critically thinking. So you want to start to offer these things. But more importantly, and I'm telling you right now, that marketing calendar is everything. It's everything, right? If I had to say what was probably your challenge here, I bet you it's what you did 90 days ago. The other stuff, just little tweaks. Let's talk about, okay, there may be a point, and if you're listening to this, where all of a sudden, let's say you're marketing for 90 days straight, you're doing all the right things, you're making money, you're answering the phone, and it's just not working. I can tell you that some of the other cities, the major cities, are a lot more challenging, right? Like San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Miami, New York, Dallas, right? Some of these are Phoenix, very competitive. You could absolutely do big deals, but some people just don't have the stomach for it. So let me give you one recommendation, and that is only after you've done everything that I've mentioned above, okay, is you can try a new territory. And I recommend something that is on the outskirts, okay? What do I mean by the outskirts? Something where there's still buyer activity, right? But it's not, the prices are about 25% less than the metropolitan area. You don't have a ton of fix and flippers. You have some fix and flippers, right? But, everybody kind of knows everybody in town. And my recommendation would be the average purchase price on this is stuff that you can get, between $150,000 to $180,000. And now you could sell that stuff for $220,000 to $240,000, right? So stuff in that price range. And I find that that's not too hot, not too cold, a great market to be in, kind of on the outskirts. And man, you could really, really make money in that niche. Again, you can make money in any zip code, but if you've done all of these things and your territory is just you're just hitting a brick wall after 90 days, then go ahead and check out another territory. So really, really great question. Love the transparency. Keep sending them. And if you have a question, just like the one that was above, feel free to send it to support@nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com or hit me up on Instagram at Todd Toback, and maybe I'll answer it. Don't forget to get your free copy of the script at nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/script, and I will talk to you on the next episode.